It's Canada Day, I think, and July 4th is in the next week or so. Why Canada has Canada Day? Every day it's Canada Day in Canada. I don't know what the hell's going on. Here's what I want to say. I was out with Lorne, Jared's friend, last weekend, I think. I know what the hell's going on. And we were talking about, he went to college, all the friends go to college, and they have no idea what to do when they get out of college. I had these conversations with the kids when they were in high school, that college doesn't make you successful. You make you successful. College just gives you the education or the tools, whatever you want, but you got to do something with it. Now, I guess some colleges, they put you in internships, and you're lucky if you get an internship, and recruiters go to colleges looking for the smartest kid, the smartest web guy, whatever they go, and they get you jobs. I guess that's another reason to go to college. You think I know what the hell? I went to Temple University in Philadelphia for communications and theater. My parents always said, Dave, if you don't make it in show business, you'll become a teacher. I knew I was never going to become a teacher. You know, I could teach acting. I know I'm not going to teach acting. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to do whatever I have to do. You know, failure is not an option. I'm going to be a successful actor, and that's what I'm going to do. But maybe I should become a teacher. So what I'm saying to you is, Jared goes to college, and lots of his friends go to college, and I see these articles in magazines, all these college graduates, they're all out of a job, they can't make any money, they don't know what the hell to do, whatever it is. All right. So many of Jared's college friends go to college, and they don't know what to do. I don't understand this. Why do I have to understand it? Why do they go to college? Whatever their parents paid for them to go to college, $80,000. Why did the parents just say, listen, I can give you $80,000, and you can invest it, you can start your own business, try to double it, do whatever you got to do, or I can give it to the college. And I give it to the college, and the college dean, then he can invest it, and he can go on vacation, and he can have a great time. But by giving the college dean $80,000, he's going to give you a bunch of this mental, psychological information in your head that you're going to have nothing to show for. Nothing tangible for $80,000. You could put $80,000 in stock. You could buy properties. You could do things to double it, in business. Or I can give it to the dean of the college. So I'm going to give it to the dean of the college, and when you get out of college, hopefully you can get a return on that $80,000 investment, because the parents don't get a return on the $80,000 investment. All the return their parents get is they get to say to their friends, my kid goes to college. They get to say to their friends, I paid for my kid's college. I didn't want my kid to have all this debt and to pay college loans, so I paid for my kid's college. So the parents get about 2.5 seconds of affirmation, whatever you want to call it, praise, about 2 seconds of pleasure that they paid for their kid's college. That's about it, 2 seconds. It's like sex. Is it really, would you pay $80,000 to a hooker for, well, maybe. But here's what I want to say. They give the college $80,000 or whatever it costs, maybe more. What do the parents get in return? I don't know. You tell me. You're not getting a return on the money. But with all that said, well, because your kid goes to college. All right. Now, if the kid's a success, you say, look, my kid's a success. You're rolling the dice. If your kid has the wherewithal to succeed, if the kid has not the education, because success isn't based on education. I know lots of people that dropped out of school. I know a guy that dropped out of school at 15. You should see the house he lives in. So success is based on ambition. Success is based on persistence. I go to lunch every Friday. I call it the Billionaires Club. All these guys that grew up, they were born during the Depression. They had nothing. And they built empires. They built buildings and land. Empires they built. Malls. They owned malls and shopping centers. Well, no, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. But they didn't have an education. They had street smarts. And I know lots of guys with education, with college degrees, are sitting around broke. And I know lots of guys that didn't go to college and they're driving Mercedes and they're living a life of Riley. But some kids can't get it together, and for whatever reason, they go to college. They go to college for 4 years. They still can't figure out. They go back to college. What do you want from me? You think I know what the hell's going on? With all that said, I was talking to one of Jared's friends. And he went to college, can't figure out what he wants to do. Can't figure it out. All right, so they can't figure it out. So I said, why don't you get me web guys? Like I do all the time on these blogs. It's true. I'm in the quickest, easiest, fastest cash business ever. Jared said to me the other day, why don't we go into porta potty business? All these construction sites have porta potties. And then you got to get porta potties. There's a commercial on Howard Stern. Some guy says, I make my living with porta potties. I put my kids through college. I get a house. I go to Hawaii. Porta potties, whatever the hell it is. I know nothing about porta potties. I know lots of players that made millions in the stock market. Hedge funds, stock market. The one guy sold the house for $14 million. I know nothing about that. The Wolf of Wall Street, selling stock in public companies. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to learn anything about that. My friend Mendy, who just passed away, who I loved and adored, said, Dave, you got to buy land here. And you got to buy. I said, how do I buy the land? Well, you talk to the farmers, and they give you the land, and you get a whatever the hell. I said, I don't know how to do that. He said, so you learn. That's the average guy. I'm not the average guy. Like Andy always says, there's everybody else, then there's me, and that's true. I'm in the quick cash today business. The reason I'm in the infomercial business is because I couldn't wait for the phone to ring. As an actor, as a performer, like Jared wants to be an actor. He has an agent. He hasn't heard from his agent since, I think, 1962. He hasn't heard from his agent. I cannot wait for the phone to ring. I need action. I need constant cash, lots of cash, and fun. Every morning I get up, the only thing in my head is a dollar sign. Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Because money brings me pleasure. Money brings me nice clothes and fancy restaurants and Las Vegas and everything, all the fun things to do that I like to do. That's all it is in my head. That's all I want to do. That's it. Now, why did I bring that up? Because I'm in the quick cash business. So for me to go in the porta potty business, what the hell do I know about porta potties? I'm not learning about porta potties. And listen, there's no limitations. The only limitations are the ones in your head. And I do business with lots of players that are very negative and lots of players that are constantly putting up walls and ceilings and barriers of why this won't work, that won't work. I don't even listen to them. I don't return their phone calls. I don't return theirs. I don't want to talk to them. Who cares? There are no limitations. If they could put man on the moon and they could put a casino in a desert, you could do anything. So I'm in the today business. And when I say I need web guys, the quickest, easiest way is to do business with these Shark Tank guys that give me their crazy products, these inventors with the crazy cockamamie products. And, you know, the Snuggie blanket did $500 million. It's a blanket. Does anybody need a blanket? The crap you see on television, the hose that nobody needs that. The earwax thing, nobody needs it. But that's the business I'm in because everybody buys this shit. Because I'm in the business of selling psychology and emotions. I sell need, greed, vanity, fear, sex, hope. That's all I sell. The product is just something I got to ship out. But it's psychology, it's emotions, it's impulse. I got to have it right now. You don't need half the shit you buy on television and half the shit you buy in stores. You don't need that. That's the world I come from. I don't have to go to a manufacturer and have a patent and have a license. It's too long. Tell me what's my price, put it online, produce a video, we roll it out. 1, 2, 3. I'm in control of that. I don't have to wait for anything. Jared has a friend who he hires different designers to design his t-shirts. He has to wait for the design. What am I waiting for? I said, go to Cafe Press, put up a design, let's go. What? Jared's telling me today he wants to have kiosks, put kiosks in malls. I said, great. It's the summertime, people wear t-shirts. No, I'm going to do it next summer. I said, next summer? What the hell? Well, I got to plan it out. I got to calculate. I got to analyze it. Next summer. I know everybody. I would say lots of people. I know everybody like that, especially actors. In 5 years, I'm going to be a big star. They put it so far ahead so they don't have to do anything today. And when you get to that point ahead, oh my God, then you give yourself another 5 years. You know what I'm saying? That's not David Bronstein. I'm in the TNT business. TNT. Today, not tomorrow. Because I like eating today. So with all that said, Jared's friend can't figure out what he wants to do. Oh, Las Vegas. Jared's friend can't figure out what he wants to do. So I said, I can't figure it out. So I said, let's listen to this song. This is the blog that's going to get me to here. This is my ringtone. I'm very visual. I constantly need to see Las Vegas and cash in front of me. Otherwise, your mind does crazy things to you. And I love hearing this song. Every day gets me motivated to go to Las Vegas, to buy a house in Las Vegas. I went out to breakfast a few days ago, and I met some friends, and they were telling me, I don't want to live in Las Vegas. I said, yes. No, you don't want to live in Las Vegas. The weather is so hot. That's why I want to live in Las Vegas. They don't want to live in Las Vegas. So I said to his friend, get me web guys. They'll put products online. I'll split the dough with you next week. He says, well, what if I get the web guys and the products don't sell? Nobody buys the products. I said, so you don't make any money? He said, well, then I wasted my time. Now, when he said that, when he said, if I get you web guys and they don't sell the products and nobody buys the products, then I wasted my time, I didn't know how to respond to that. What was in my head was the following, which I did not say, but I'll tell you what I did say. When he said, if I get you web guys and don't make any money, I wasted my time, I thought to myself, you know, I said the same thing to Mark Zuckerberg. I said, you ought to put up this website that people could meet friends and have fan bases and tell them they're going out for sandwiches and they're going on vacation, that it's a lovely day, and give their comments and opinions, and you don't charge them anything. It's all free. But then you get advertisers, and you put advertisers on the site, and that's how you make money. And Mark Zuckerberg said to me, well, what if I put this site together and nobody comes to the site? And what if no advertisers come to the site? Then I wasted my time. I said the same thing to the guys that created eBay, and I said to Jeff Bezos, who started Amazon.com. I said, you want to put together this website where people are going to sell junk out of their closet. Call it eBay. And they're going to sell junk out of their garage, and strangers are going to buy junk from other strangers. They don't even know who they are. Isn't that a good idea? And the players that started eBay said, well, what if we put this together and nobody puts pictures of their junk from their garage? What if nobody takes pictures and puts it on the site? What if strangers don't want to buy products from other strangers because they've never heard of them? Then we wasted our time. Andrew and I go to this bagel place. And Jeff Bezos said, has Amazon.com, doesn't make any money. I read an article. The site doesn't make any money. All the investors have bankrolled Amazon.com. That's worth $1 billion, $10 billion now. That the not amortization, the value of Amazon, which the site doesn't make any money, but it has such an evaluation of $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion. It's insane, but it doesn't make any money. It lost money. All the investors that bankrolled Amazon are saying, Jesus Christ, we put all this money and we gave it to Jeff Bezos. We wasted our time. Sure, it has a $10, $20, $100 billion valuation, but it's not making any money. We wasted our money in Amazon.com. We put money and we wasted our money. We wasted our time. We put money, wasted our time. Jeff Bezos says every day, I'm not making any money. I'm wasting my time. That's what he says every day. So every day he said, I'm wasting my time. I'm not making any money. You know, Andrew and I go to this bagel place. From where we live, it's 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, a drive. It's not even 10 minutes. But we go a half hour away. It's called going up north. Because up north, they have tables outside in the sunshine. Because it's such a horrible winter, we like to sit outside. So every morning we go up north, we get eggs and bagel. Now, it doesn't cost more money. It costs $5 to drive 45 minutes for me. But we go up north to sit there. We meet friends. It's very nice, very relaxing. But we could go 7 minutes to the same bagel place, which was there first, which was there for years and years and years. So I said to the owner of this bagel place that is 7 minutes from my house or 6 minutes from my house, I said, you ought to open up the same bagel place up north. And you ought to put tables and chairs out there. All the Jews are moving up north anyway. You'll have all the Jews there. And the guy that started this bagel restaurant that runs it, that owns it now, said, well, what if I put that bagel place up north like you're saying, and I put chairs outside because all the Jews are there? But what if the Jews don't come? Then what happens? I wasted my time. That's what was in my head when Jared's friend said this to me. If I get you web guys and they don't sell anything and nobody buys the products, then I wasted my time. Here's what I did say. When he said, if I get you web guys and don't buy anything, I don't make any money, I wasted my time. I said, well, you could be a real estate agent. You can get a real estate license. Then you could take the time to hustle to get people to convince them that you can sell their houses. But if you take the time to go out there and put your pictures on buses and pictures on billboards and say, I'm the best real estate agent in the world, I can sell your house. And if people don't get in touch with you to hire you to sell their house, well, then you wasted your time. And if people do hire you to sell their house and you put the sign on the lawn and you put it in the listings, you do whatever you do, and people aren't buying your customers' homes, the customers are going to say, Jesus Christ, you wasted my time. I said, you know, you could sell insurance. Andrew wants to give this kid a job selling, being a financial advisor, selling insurance. I said, you could do that, but you have to hustle. You have to get customers. You got to say, I'm an insurance agent. I want to sell you insurance. And I can be your financial advisor. I can invest money for you. I said, you could take the time to do that. But what if people don't give you their money? And what if they don't want to buy money from you? And all day you're making phone calls and say, listen, buy insurance from me. Let me invest money in you. And what if they don't? Well, then you wasted your time. I get what you're saying. I said, Hollywood says the same thing. I said, the Jersey Boys, the budget was $40 million, directed by Clint Eastwood. And it only made $13 million. Jersey Boys, the movie, made $13 million, cost $40 million. The studios every day are saying to Clint Eastwood, you wasted our time. We didn't make any money. I said, the TV networks do the same thing. They say, we're going to put this show on the air. And people pitch them to put shows on the air. And the networks say, well, if we put the show on the air, and if it doesn't make any money, and no advertisers come, and no viewers watch it, well, then we wasted our time. So what I'm saying to you is, can you imagine if the whole world thought like Jared's friend? There'd be no Hollywood movies, there'd be no television, there'd be no computers, because Michael Dell could say to all the investors, I want to make these computers and I'm going to sell them online. And all the investors and money guys would say, well, what if they don't sell them? What if nobody buys your computers? Well, then you wasted your time. You hear how cockamamie that thinking is? I had nothing to say after he said that. But I did say, you can be a real estate agent, but if you don't sell the houses, you wasted your time. And at Hollywood, when people pitch them to make movies, if the movies don't make any money, then they wasted their time. And isn't that the bottom line? What else can I say? I love the kid. I love him and I adore him. But this crazy thinking, I just don't get, so I don't know what to say, so I have no advice except don't do anything because you're going to waste your time. That's all. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. You know, my point of view is, God gave you 125 years of good health. What are you going to do with it? Well, Jared's friend, I understand his thinking. He's saying, well, I don't want to blow that time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to waste your time. You don't waste your time. I don't know what to say. I was with a friend a few days ago. He says, I have some time to kill. Why would you want to kill the time? That's all you got. You know, Mark Cuban says the most precious commodity he has is time. Because you can't get it back. Why would you want to kill it? That's your whole life. Your whole life is time. He's killing it already. Now, don't kill your time. Go to Dave'sTVEmpire.com. That's where you really kill the time. Dave's TV Empire, you're going to waste a bunch of time there. Dave'sTVEmpire.com. Because it's all about the cash. I'm in the quick cash today business. And I have all the deals to make quick cash today. I have these TV products I have to get online. I have to get videos uploaded. I have to get them on eBay. I need landing pages so I can do TV. Anything you can be a success online, I can put on TV. All the details are Dave'sTVEmpire.com. Get in touch with me now. You're not going to be wasting your time. We're going to make a lot of money. Then with the money, you can have a fun time because cash, as Kevin O'Leary says, gets you freedom. You want the freedom, it's all at Dave'sTVEmpire.com. That's not where you waste your time. That's where you make a lot of cash. Dave'sTVEmpire.com. Now I got to go talk to Jared's friend. I got to convince him. Excuse me, I got so much gas. I could drive to Pittsburgh. I have to go to get Jared's friend out, convince him why he's not going to waste his time. Jared's going to see a concert this weekend, I think. Brad Paisley, who seems like a very nice guy and a rising star. But Jared's going to be listening to country music for 2 hours. Why would he want to do that? It's a waste of his time. He's going to pay $100, listen to 2 hours of country music. He can hear it for free on YouTube. He has iTunes. He can buy a record. A record doesn't cost $100. He can buy the record. You hear the same songs Brad Paisley's going to say on the stage. He's not only going to waste his time, he's going to waste $100. Go to Dave'sTVEmpire.com. Don't waste your time to make a lot of cash. Goodbye.